Hey YouTube, coming at you with my first Great League team for this round. Double Ice with Dewgong and Sandslash. If you looked at my underrated Pokemon, if you look at the Pokemon that accessible Pokemon, well, Dewgong isn't accessible, but I talked about both Dewgong being underrated and Sandslash being super underrated and accessible. Again, not a ton of fighters right now in this meta, so I think they're both very strong. Clodsire is everywhere, so you have something super effective against Clodsire for both of them. You're going to be weak to fighting. So I was going to do like a Clodsire double because I think that works better because I actually did run into like some fighters on the lead and it was just kind of trickier. I guess my only concern was like steel Pokemon because if you're using Clodsire, your poison is resisted and like your fast move, and then the fast moves on these are resisted. So I was like, maybe Marowak is better, but then at times I kind of wish I had something that was anti-fighter. So you're going to see, yeah, I did run into a couple fighters today, but let's look at the battles. How about we start from the beginning of it with a terrible lead. So terrible lead, instant swap, Dewgong. I'm sure they will have an answer. Okay, I guess not a super answer because they are being very slow here. So being able to chip a ton and get off an icy win is huge. I didn't do amazing with this team. You're going to see win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. I basically went like that the whole time. So I'll shield. They do end up icy wind baiting me, which is really feels bad shielding that. And then they catch on the, I don't know if it was catch or it was just like delayed actions on my part with the zoom roll. So right off the bat, my Marowak is looking pretty rough. No play against Drifblim, not a ton of play against a zoom roll. But what I really like about Shadow Marowak is that the Mud Slap and Bone Club really do chip a lot. Like, this isn't a zoom roll, and we are chipping this down to the red, right? They do end up catching on a Drifblim, so nice catch on their part. But for taking super effective bubbles, you do still, I mean, it's not like Mud Slap is resisted or anything, but you do a lot of damage there. And that is double resisted flyer. Double resisted flyer still chipping, right? So it seems like this Pokemon with the shadow and these buff moves does have a lot of play. Now getting ahead on Sandslash energy here. So if the Azumarill comes back in and they're double weak to ice. Yeah, double weak to ice. Drifblim and Mandibuzz, ABA Flyer. So this is why I'm running Powder Snow on Sandslash. I think that Powder Snow is probably the better move in this meta right now. Just because you have the Flyers. You do have some Flyers. Drifblim, Mandibuzz, Jumpluff, which is also grass. You have Clodsire, which takes super effective from it. You got a lot of these not mud boys. I was gonna say mud boys, but ground type Pokemon like Marowak and others coming out. So I think Powder Snow probably plays better. Shadow Claw would obviously be better against like Clodsire, Dewgong, any sort of like Mirror Mask, Sandslash, any steals, ice, stuff like that. It would obviously be better to have Shadow Claw, but I think otherwise it's a pretty good move here. So good lead here. They get out into Diggersby. So get on this Dewgong here, which is nice. Said I went win, loss, and this is looking pretty good so far. I shield the Scorching Sands because I figured it would hurt. I want to keep switch. I want to lower their attack, and I want to see if I could just like farm down and come out with a couple drill runs for the Tentacruel. So that's my thought process on shielding that first Scorching Sands up. And what you're seeing now is the game. I didn't play. So let me just finish this. And Pangora's in the back. So this is where I wish I had like the anti-fighter. So first of all, they boost here. So 12.5% chance of boosting. They boost. And now they have a boosted attack coming my way. Is he using Mud Slap? What is that? Is that using Mud Slap? Does Pangoro learn Mud Slap? What is that? But they're already boosted and they charge fast. And then I don't have like an anti-fighter. So close combat lands on my Pokemon there, right? So anti-fighter would be useful. Not that the commenter jinxed it, because I did notice it too. For like 2 days there, the lag was not as bad as it has been. for the entirety of the season. And today it was super, super bad for me, like really bad for me. And I wonder if it's truly like nobody was playing Master League and Psychic Cup, so the lag wasn't bad. And now that Great League is back, the lag is crap because everyone's playing again. Perhaps, I don't know. Anyways, Marowak lead. Sorry, no. Superior lead. Marowak not having any of that. So get into dewgong. They get hit with a Typhlosion. So I already grabbed a shield, which is good. At this point, I can see that my win con is Sandslash, or not win con. My only chance is Sandslash double thing. That is just a stupid over farm on my part. I should obviously just throw the drill run at 2 there. Like at 2 ice shards. I don't need to go to a third, and that third makes it 9, and then that incinerate 10 registers before I get to it. So that was my fault. I'm shielding this move because, as you're going to see in the video this afternoon, that someone else... was it this afternoon? There's a video that I just covered that Frenzy Plant still does like 40% to a non-shadow Sandslash. So to a shadow, it probably does a lot. So I don't want to take that. And hello, ABA, weak to ice again. That's what I'm saying. Between all the grounds, like Clodsire, all the other grounds, Marowak, and the Flyers, Manabuzz and a couple others, and the grass that are starting to come out here, like ice is very, very strong. So add that steel typing onto Sandslash. I think that's pretty strong. Dewgong with the water, just as good, right? So I think there's should be some ice Pokemon that rise to the top here because I think they're really underrated right now. Okay, here's your fighter. And again, I don't have an anti-fighter lead, so these moves are adding up. Got a shield. I was just gonna shield Mud Slap down, but they get out of there. Out comes a Umbreon. So I'm just gonna slap a bit and then catch the move on the dewgong to just absorb that move. Still chipped with Mud Slap, but absorb the damage here. And oh yeah, okay. Why are you stopping at what seems like an insignificant point in the battle? Well, let me just show you what happens here. Okay. Charge move is thrown. Snarl's a 3-turn move. Ice Shard is a 3-turn move. They're going to throw the move. So I should get an extra Ice Shard through. But because the game does a little lag right there and now puts me 1 turn behind, I don't get an Ice Shard through here. So I'm 1 Ice Shard short. And you may be thinking, 1 Ice Shard short, what's that going to do in the long run? Well, I hope I don't lose this game by 1 HP. That would be annoying, wouldn't it? Spoiler alert, let's watch till the ending. I don't actually know if that affects it, but I remember losing that Ice Shard and then losing by 1 HP, and I was pissed. I went Icy Wind here, and it does not take out. Drill Run probably would have taken out, so I probably should have thrown Drill Run there. But I don't hate it because now I could just get a little more ahead on energy here. So loaded with energy. Out comes a Hypno. So 1 and throw, Mud Slap, Bone Club here. I'm going to instant swap into Sandslash to take some resistant confusions. They eventually come in Surf Edge, which is deleting me. Of course, get that freeze again. Grab the 1 shield. And they live with 1 HP here. So I do get the Mud Slap, so I have to shield because this will hurt. And get 1 Mud Slap, 1 Bone Club, 1 shield, another Mud Slap and a Bone Club, and it takes them down to 1 HP, and they get the move off. Now, I don't think that 1 Ice Shard did cost me this game. Like, I probably should have drill run the thing. But having this live with 1 HP, having the Surface live with 1 HP, and having that Umbreon live with 2 Ice Shards of fast moves, or maybe a little more there, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Anyways, Feraligatr comes in. I'm going to try and chip. I'm taking the claws on this just to get a little bit of energy, and more importantly, just put it to within Drill Run range because Ice Shard is resisted So take the resisted Hydro. We'll take another move here. Drill Run, I still don't think from this range, because it's a non-shadow for Alligator, I don't think this takes out. I think I'm going to have to try and aggressively Ice Shard them down. Yeah, they live with a decent amount of health because they are non-shadow. Shadow probably would have been taken out. So at this point, I kind of have to shield because I want to try to take this out. I do have energy, have switch. Out comes a dewgong. Throw blindly like a rookie. Okay. Just don't do that. I would rip. Not rip, but I would explain to the user, you can't just throw blindly like that. That's a very rookie mistake for someone who's been playing for 20 seasons now. So 20 seasons of GBL, and I'm still making rookie mistakes. I probably am not at 24,000 subscribers yet, but I'm shooting this video last night because the league just turned over. And I'm at 23,983, so I need 17 more subscribers and I will hit 24,000, which feels like I can only describe it as an insane number to think about. When I started this, I don't even think I'd ever get there. And at the same time, having done this for like 3.5 years now, putting out, how many videos have I put out? 1,200, 1,300? Let me just check here. Maybe even more. 1,700 videos. Oh my God. I put out 1,700 videos in 3 and a bit of years. It feels... okay. That's a lot of videos. 1,700 videos. Feels like a real grind to get to the 24K. So it's both like a crazy number for me, but also like a, yeah, for 17K, I hope I am making some progress here. Anyways, sorry, let's go back into the battles. Little sidebar there. I'm pretty sure that if I remember this one, I lost the lead and then I get into the switch here and then they hit me with the Dunsparce, so I lost the switch. Which is fine. I'll come back in here, just get a couple extra moves off. I think it was like a Zoom roll. Yeah. Just get the Bone Club off to chip and then probably get into Sandslash. Like, I love how much this Bone Club from a Shadow Marowak chips. Like, it's a terrible move overall, but that buff and then just the Shadow and everything just really chips. Obviously, this is where Shadow Claw would be better, but you are still... Powder Snow has the same stats overall, so you're just very spammy still. I will take one move here because it is resisted. I just didn't want to take both because then the bubbles would add up. So they clearly are weak to this, so I'm worried that it's like a Clodsire or worst, even way worse than Clodsire, Abomasnow. Because now my Sandslash is too low, and now I got a ground type Pokemon with a Mud Slap going against a grass type Pokemon that is also half ice and loaded with ice energy here. I did take it very low. Like, I did as best I could to take it low, but yeah, I'm just definitely going to be taken out here. So it's one of those things where I can't tell you to build this team because I did not do amazing with it. Again, another lost lead, switch. Tentacruel is not an amazing answer. I think this one had Sledge Wave, but I have Drill Run here. So I can't tell you to build this team because I literally went 5-5 with this team. I did 10 battles and I went straight win-loss for 10 straight. So I went 5-5 with this team. So I can't tell you to build it. That being said, I love each component of this team, whether it's a good record or not. I think dewgong, top 5 save swap in this league. Bulk, great coverage. Sandslash, same thing. Just doesn't have the bulk, and adding that steel typing, depending how you look at it, both helps and hurts it. It adds like a double weakness to fire, double weakness to fighting, adds a fire weakness. Sorry, not a fire weakness, adds a ground weakness. I mean, it adds a second fire weakness, but I already mentioned that. But as a ground weakness in this meta. But you resist poison, you resist a few others. So Sandslash's typing has always been one of those like tricky ones to go. Just adding that double fighting weakness, which was such an issue in the past. Not as much this time around, but it's still kind of an issue. But just, yeah, the spamminess of this thing. Again, there's a lot of things weak to ice this time around. And we're like, people are looking for an ice / steel, right? Steels too. Empoleon got nerfed. Skarmory got nerfed. So we're kind of looking for steel here. Another terrible lead. We're kind of looking for steel to take its place. So I think Sandslash fits the bill. And the Marowak, like, you're seeing me lose a lot of leads with Marowak, which is also sort of the problem. Like, I lost so many leads with Marowak today, like Chestnut, a couple Drift Blimps, stuff like that. But I really like the damage that Mud Slap Bone Club does on a Shadow Marowak. Like, it really feels like I could just like shield and just combo that and do very, very well. So again, I kind of like every individual Pokemon on this team, but I don't know if it super worked well, or I just ran into like a lot of bad leads. You saw 10 matchups. You already saw multiple Drift Blim and a Chestnut lead. So, and I think we had a superior lead too, right? So I lost a lot of leads with this team, which, I mean, you're double weak to fighting in the back, so you kind of have to. Or you could go like ABA if you want to do something like that. Again, you might want to replace it with like Clodsire to get a poison in there to resist the fighting. But if you do like ABA dewgong lead, and if you see like a fighter or something, you just stay. Now, there is secondary weaknesses on these Pokemon, so it's not like a true ABB style team or ABA style team, because you have Dewgong, which also has like an electric weakness, and Sandslash has the ground weakness, right? So they're not the same. To be a true ABB style team, you'd have to have like same typings, so you just draw out the same weaknesses. Like, you could draw out different weaknesses here. I remember this battle. I should have showcased this, because I should have actually focused on the battle, because I remember this one being like a nice win. Because I had a terrible lead. And I end up getting to a drill run on the Dewgong back here and taking this out for the win. Yeah. I think I have one more loss here. It's for my 5th loss. But yeah, so I think, so this afternoon, we got a team from earlier. It had Dewgong on it. What did it have on it? Superior, Dewgong, and Clodsire. So that team's coming this afternoon. And then I think there's going to be either 3 videos today or tomorrow. I don't want to stop the Great League videos, because people are starving for this content right now. I think a lot of people want Great League teams and Great League options, and people are excited Great League is back, because we only had it for the first week and then it's been off for 2 weeks. So I think people really want to see it. However, there is a Legendaries Heroes event starting Thursday, September 26th at 10 a.m. So normally when these events happen at that day, I would do basically Wednesday afternoon, which is when the second Great League team is coming. So I think what I'm going to do is 2 Great League teams today, a Great League team tomorrow morning at 7:30, and then right at 10, when this turns over to this event, I'll just have this video go live right at 10, just to do this event there, and then I'll have like another video at my normal 1:15 to do for the. It's a lot of videos, but we'll see. And my daughter's coughing on the monitor because we're all getting sick. You know what? It has been. She started school 2.5 weeks ago, and she has not missed a day yet. So she's due to miss a day. She missed like 40 days last year. So to go for 2.5 weeks straight is like a record for her. I can feel it. I'm getting sick. I can feel it in my throat. And and she's coughing, and my son's sniffly, so it's going through the house. But that's just the way it goes when kids are in school. Flu season. Anyways, that's it. That's my thoughts on the team and the Pokemon. Stay tuned for a viewer showcase team this afternoon. Yeah, you can send me some submissions. I got a team that I'm running with. Not running with. I did a set and I'm 5-0 with it. And it's Kanto Ninetales. So making its return in a video coming to you, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. What day is it? Yeah, maybe tomorrow, Friday. Kanto Ninetales. I'm 5-0 with it so far. Liking it a lot. But obviously, I did not have the issues yet. I haven't ran into... You saw Zoom roll multiple times there. You saw Feraligatr multiple times there. I have not run into one with the K9 yet. So that's why the losses have not started yet. But so far, it goes so good. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one.